Hey there everyone, this is Matt for Creative Reviews. Today we are here with a camera attachment for your smartphone or tablet, or it can be a camera that you can use on your own. This is the Sony DSC-QX10, and here it is inside our case. If you don't know anything about this, this is basically a lens without a viewfinder, and it's a little different from the GoPro. Basically that it has a very high zoom, 10 times zoom, and it is definitely not as durable as the GoPro. So why do you have something like this? You have something like this to improve your smartphone camera or tablet camera, or what I found you can do is you can use this without any viewfinder, and it's an interesting way of taking pictures. Alright, so here we have the device. On here we have basically the lens, and on the back here you have the way that you would attach this onto your smartphone or tablet. Now at this time, this little bar only goes so far, so it will fit on most iPhones and some smaller Android devices. But I've seen specifically it doesn't fit on the Note 2 with a case on it. Without a case, it will fit just barely. But this is as long as this little arm will go. Now they are selling longer arm attachments in Japan for the people who have larger phones or tablets that they want to use this on. But right now all you can get in the US is this attachment. And you can have this, you can take this on and off like so. On the back here again, this is the camera attachment, and under this little door you have your battery, which is an N-type battery from Sony, and here you have your little port for your micro SD, and that's all that it uses. I remember there was a time when Sony used their memory stick Duo and Duo Pro and all that. They're done with that now, and now they're on to SD and micro SD, this being micro SD. So what you do is you line these two pieces up here and twist that way, and now it's locked. On the front here you have a multi-port input. This is basically a micro USB to charge it and to transfer things. On the same side you have your button to take pictures and your wide and tight. On the other side you have your lock release, and this little screen, when you actually turn it on, will show you battery life because there is no screen on here. On the top you have your two microphones, and as you can see here, this is NFC compatible, so if you just tap it to your Android device it will link up. This also does have Wi-Fi in it, and that's how it uses these as your viewfinder. So without further ado, let's go and test that out. We're going to turn the camera on, and you can see here's the lens that extrudes like so, and you can see how long it can get. But now that we have this on, we're going to go to our iPhone, and we are going to go to our Wi-Fi and find our camera. And here it is. It's going to be a long name starting with the word direct. We wait for this to have this little check mark, and then we will go to the app that Sony uses to connect these two, and that would be the Play Memories app right here. So as you can see, it is now seeing what we are seeing here on this camera. So I'm going to move this back and forth. This will move. To get a better viewing angle, let's see it like this. So we can go back and forth. And what you see here is what you're seeing, what you're going to see through the camera. Now this has been updated a lot. There's a lot more features and functions that you can use. It does record up to 1080p, and the pictures are 18 megapixels. And this is really great. Let's go into video mode for a moment. And you can still see everything as such. And let's see. There are some times when it does lag, so don't be worried about that. And there's our camera. We can literally see ourselves. And I think that's pretty cool. But it does work best when the camera is on the back, or the phone is on the back of your camera. That means it's very close, the Wi-Fi doesn't have to reach too far, and that works out a lot. It's easy to take pictures. Pictures look very nice on here. I love the 10 times zoom. It's really helpful. Much better than basically no zoom or digital zoom on here. And it is an easy and interesting way to record things. I took this to the DC Auto Show, and I had many people ask me, what is this? What's going on? Because I had my smartphone in the back of this, and I had this on the tripod here. And they thought it was very interesting. I played them back some footage that I had shot and some pictures I had taken. They liked the quality. Now this, of course, is not professional quality. There is the, I believe it's the QX10, which costs $500. It's double this price, which is $250. And that actually has a Carl Zeiss lens. This has a Sony Lens G, and I'm not finding anything wrong with this whatsoever. You can do tap to focus. It does, blur the background in some cases. The pictures look pretty professional, and definitely a step above this. But if you want a better lens, better camera, it's going to be a lot thicker as well. You can get that QX10, and again, that's double the price, up to $500. They may be on sale sometimes. But when you get that, you lose a lot of optical zoom. I believe it's only 3 times zoom, where again, this is 10 times zoom, and it does a great job. And that's one of the features that I really wanted, and also it is a lot smaller than this. That's how big or how deep the QX100 is. So I made the choice to get this. It's worked out pretty fine. I got a case for it. I suggest you get one too. If you have a computer, I suggest you also get a micro SD card adapter, just to keep just in case. Otherwise, you can take pictures here. Your options are to save directly to the memory card, or to save both to the phone and the memory card here. So what I usually do is I save to the memory card. I turn this on, and then I go to the feature where you can copy from the connected device. You click copy, and it would start transferring the pictures that you took here onto here, or onto a tablet if you want. The application also does work for the tablet. But here's some pictures that I took before. Just was at a wedding, great lighting, everything looks great, really good quality. Definitely good enough for an Instagram, as well as many other things. But I do a little bit semi-professional photography and video, so I'm going to try to get a step above that. Anything can look good on Instagram, honestly, but you need things to look better. So I do definitely recommend this. This is a very interesting camera. Again, gets a lot of looks. And the one last thing I want to mention is I've begun taking pictures with this without this as a viewfinder. At the beginning, when they first released this, when you hit the camera shutter button, it wouldn't take anything. But now what I've seen is that you can actually just hold it like this, kind of see the area that you're taking a picture of, and you can still shoot. You can't shoot video because there's not enough buttons on here to go back from video to pictures and vice versa. I assume that's something they'll change in the next refresh or iteration of this, which I do hope they make more of. But I think that's something they'll change. But it's interesting taking pictures without a viewfinder, and I found the pictures I've taken end up they look really nice. So if you don't want to carry this around, if you don't want to connect it every single time and wait for the Wi-Fi connection to connect, you can still use this as a point and shoot camera. It's interesting to hold like this. It contours to your hand because it is it is circular, and I found that you hold it like so and use your thumb here as the shutter and wide tight, and it works really well. You can pan with things, you can take quick pictures, but remember, this is not a This is not the type of camera that you're going to take on a rugged vacation or a rugged trip of any kind. There is no case that would hold or make this watertight or shockproof or anything because the lens protrudes so much. If you want something like that, get a GoPro, get the Sony Action Cam. This is not that type of camera. This is something that you would only want in very specific cases. Otherwise, you would be using this because the camera on the phone isn't too bad, or you'd be getting a more professional camera. But this is a very interesting device. I suggest you go check it out at stores if you can. I don't believe in my area, the Washington, D.C. area, that there are any Sony style stores anymore, or Sony stores anymore, unfortunately. But if you can, try to get your hands on it. It's a really neat device. It's worked out for me a lot, and sometimes it just fits what you need it to do. Alright, so this has been Matt, and we've been taking a look at the Sony DSC-QX10. Alright, find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Blogger. Let us know what you like and what you don't like, and I'll see you guys next time.